they say 20 children cannot play for 20 years. Although we've seen it happen, however, in the world of Nigerian music, it is fairly common for artists to go from being best of friend and collaborators to beefing themselves and calling each other out on social media platforms. That is why today I have brought you a list of the top 5 industry collaborators or friends who have turned enemies. So enemies might be a strong word, but you know what I mean. Some of these guys, they still have some people shook and hoping they will reconcile. Before I move on with the list, if you are new here, a warm welcome. Please be a part of our world by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and turning on the notification bell so you won't miss similar uploads. So here we go. In no particular order, the top 5 most controversial industry friends or collaborators turned enemies. Number 5, we have Alakumeji Nice and Rugged Baba, Rugged Man. So, following the 2007 Gongo saw its collaboration between these two, the friends decided to end their friendship due to a beef that was aired publicly. Now, if you know how big Gongo was that year, one would wonder why both of them couldn't squash their beef and give us more collabs. But you would also probably not want to work with a friend who thought nothing of sleeping with your significant other, because rumor had it that Rugged Man slept with Nice's then girlfriend. And Alakumeji further fueled this speculation when in 2010 he recorded a song titled Once Bitten, Twice Shy. In that track, it basically talked about your lover cheating on you with your friend and what have you. And people began to say, oh, he was referring to Tony Payne, his ex-girlfriend, and Rugged Man. However, in 2015, about 5 years after their long beef, Rugged Man came to say they are now cool friends and that they've ended their beef. We, however, haven't really heard from the two since the beef ended. But Nice has definitely been in the news several times after that for issues in his relationship. We can only hope for the best for these two friends. Coming up in number 4, we have Wizkid and singer Zion, the Ibadan babe. So in 2014, Zion featured Wizkid in a song titled Boogie Down. She said she paid Wizkid to feature and promote the song a total of 1.5 million naira or more. That was some money back in 2014. But then Baba did not tweet or promote the song. And when in an interview that Wizkid granted, they asked him what's up with that. He was like, man, he charges even more than that to feature on a song. He says 10 million for a show. That's our stars too. According to him, to feature on a song, he charges at least 10 million naira. But if he loves you, if you're his lover, or I don't know, someone he loves, basically, he will charge you 0 naira. So now, you're welcome. I just gave you how much to budget if you ever intend to invite Wizkid for your party. Please be sure to adjust the price for inflation and, of course, its growth over the years. I wonder how Zion and Wizkid resolved that field that year, though. Also on number 3, Starboy is still on this list with his recent beef. Should I call it beef now? You will be the judge of that. But something came up between Wizkid and Ricardo Banks recently. So that's how during the very period shifting and monumental EndSARS protest in Nigeria, Ricardo Banks decided that he wanted to announce the release of a song. I mean, that protest saw some of our internationally acclaimed artists on the forefront, including Wizkid himself. So when Ricardo Banks went on Twitter to announce the release of a new song he did with Starboy titled is this Omolomo or Omolomo, because there's no Yoruba Amin on it. I don't know what to make of the name. Anyways, while the movement was still very hot, he said he was releasing a song, and then this triggered some Nigerian youth as they called him out for wanting to trend at the expense of a probably era-shifting movement that affected every Nigerian. To make things more memorable, Wizkid now slammed him for his insensitivity and inability to, quote, read the room, end of quotes. He called him a fool for choosing to promote the song that period. He even said the song was old, meaning they had made the song, put it together long before the protest. Ricardo vexed, of course, that should be expected, and expressed his displeasure when he granted an interview after the old Twitter brouhaha. I don't think we would be seeing a collab between these two guys anytime in the future. I'm close to winding down this, and I've not even gotten to the biggest beef in my own opinion. So, on number 2 on our beef, we have the one, I think it's still currently trending, that is Zlatan, Ibile, and DJ Copy. These guys, their beef started like a banter on social media. If you've been following our content here, you will know that there is a video all about their beef. Please check it out. Anyways, the social media blocking of DJ Copy, Florence Otedola by Zlatan gained new wave when Astalavi King said he had no idea who she was in an interview he granted. That's how Istro DMW, one of Davido's crew member, now added fuel to the fire by giving us the supposed lowdown of what happened. However, DJ Copy has sued him and will be meeting Istro DMW in court on claims of public defamation of character, because she said Zlatan was duly rewarded for his feature on the song, which once again has us all wondering and with questions in our mind, like, what exactly went wrong? Zlatan, please come clear the air, let us know what happened. I feel like we all have this apropos tendency in us. I just want to know what actually happened between these two guys. Their friendship was actually a very beautiful one, according to what they showed us on social media. Now, last but not the least, finally for today, on our number 1 spot, drum roll please, we have probably the longest and the biggest boy band in Nigeria. They've been a duo since birth. I'm talking about none other than Paul and Peter. Oh yeah, people call us Paul and Peter, but we think say P square better. I swear, these particular lyrics, excuse me for swearing, was spiritual for me that year, because I was like, oh, what a bond, right? But then good things never last, we understand, in the words of Bado. This we have ever wished lasted longer. The duo rose to prominence as the brother rose to prominence as a duo in the 2000s. They broke up after several hit songs and features with other celebrities, and their fight or disagreement is still ongoing years after the very bitter and public split in 2017. The fight saw several colleagues of theirs invested, clamoring for peace and working things out, because family first, yeah? But the brothers refused. Speculation said the cause of the split is the women in their lives. Others said their brother and their older brother and then manager Jude Okoye should take a part of the blame, etc. It was pretty big when they split. They have since moved on career-wise as solo artists, giving us new tunes as individuals. Their last birthday, though, in 2020 was a controversial one, seeing as they shared the same birthday. Obviously, and even mutual friend groups. I can imagine how having to attend the brother's party as a friend to both must be, not to talk of the wife of one of the twins clamoring for peace and the other brother shutting her down, and the drama from the Okoye. I don't think it would ever end. But I'm still a part of the Nigerian people that wishes that they both will, reconcile someday and give us a hit. Anyways, which of these friends turned enemies would you bring together if you had the power to not come together ever again? There could be a battle, because we know this peers are not the only ones we've seen in the past year. There is Tubaba Blackface of the Plantation Boys, Be the Splits, and not so reunion of the Mohit crew and the likes. What other artists were friends and now enemies that you know? Drop them in the comment section and I just might do something on them. If you like this video or like to see more of these, please give this video a thumbs up and share with your people, and I will be back in the next video. Bye.